Good evening.
Oh, yep.
Victor, would you please give
Just a little cream in it.
Little bit of cream?
Yeah, not a full cup.
Good evening to everyone. I'd like to welcome you tonight to the Laguna Madre Water District Board of Directors meeting. Notice of the regular meeting held on April 12th, 2017. Notice is hereby given of a regular meeting of the Board of Directors of the district to be held at 105 Port Road, Port Isabel, Texas on the 12th day of April at the hour of 5:30 p.m. for consideration of the business of the agenda below. This notice is posted at the office of the district on April 6, 2017 at 1:05 p.m. in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code 551-041-550, and a copy furnished to the county clerk in Cameron County, Texas. We do have the presence of a quorum. Absent at this time, we have board member Jeff Keplinger. If we can please have everyone stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
And Father, we thank you again for this opportunity, and that you help us understand the agenda items and everything that's provided for us today, Lord, that we make the right decisions also. We thank you for this, in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I want that guy's name, Scott.
Yeah. Moving on to item number 3, invitation to the audience for discussion. That includes board and staff. Do we have anyone like to discuss anything at this time? Board, staff, audience. Moving to item number 4, consider and approve the minutes of the regular meeting of March 22nd, 2017.
So moved.
A motion made by Mr. R. Wells,
Second.
second by D. Wells. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion carries. Thank you. Moving to item number 6, Director of Operations report.
Is there Mr. Sherman and members of the board, I did provide for you
Number-
some,
Number 5. You skipped number 5.
Did I skip number 5? Excuse me. General Manager's report, cellular sites, excuse me.
Well-
Thank you.
I'm going for it anyhow. Yes, I provided a copy of several other agreements that they have along the valley here, close to our area, and some pictures, but that's how much they pay per year for the agreements on those. And that's not the water district, it's somebody else's, other companies that are involved with that. So that's just something that was asked a while back, see what other areas are, that they pay. So, it's coming up in a little bit.
Peanuts.
Further up, next to agenda items, but I think it's agenda item number 7 and 8, yeah. We'll discuss those when we get there.
Well, then why don't we deal with them on 7 and 8?
Good.
Or, yeah, instead of too
Discussion.
much discussion in your
Oh,
report
well,
right
this
now.
is just for y'all's information, so y'all can see it. There's nothing else that I wanted to discuss with that one.
We're not gonna take any action in 7 or 8?
Not on
No.
this one here, not on number 5.
Number 5, I understand,
Agenda.
yes.
The other ones, I just brought it up for y'all's, availability to see. They did increase, but we'll get to that one when it comes.
But it's actually an agenda item that we're
Yes,
gonna
we'll
be
talk
dealing
about
with
it.
rather than now.
You wanna talk about it now?
No, sir,
It's
no,
okay.
sir, no.
Yeah, we can wait.
We gotta bring it up on the floor
There you
first.
go.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's all I have for my general manager report. I wanted to provide that copy for you guys.
Okay, moving on to, we'll move on to item 6. Victor, Operations
Yes.
report.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Just to give you an update on for the month of March, we had a total of 417 service orders in that month. We did have 7 water taps and 4 sewer taps. Out of those 417, we did have 21 water leaks through the month. And mainly everything was small leaks. We did have 7 that were private leaks, and then the rest were just small in our main lines, but it was mainly 2-inch lines that we had problems with, and we got those repaired real quick and easy. We did have 13 sewer backups in that month of March as well, and the only good I guess a good sign of this is it's only in the residential areas. None of our main lines have been affected. It's only houses that, you know, they'll get a backup, a single resident will get a backup in their house. It's not really, district, in our district problem, you know. It's from their clean out that they'll have some blockage or something there. So, we've been, the wastewater collection crew's been working real hard, and, I mean, they've shown that, we've cut down on the sewer backups that we've had in the past. So we've cut down on those. On another one, I think I touched a little bit with Doyle a little bit on this one, but we finally got our check in from the auction that we sent the 2 units for, the jetter truck and the boom truck. The total sale for both of those was $17,000. What we got after deductions was $11,919 for both of those vehicles. And it was for the boom truck, which was the bigger unit, we got $12,000 from that, and then the jetter sold for $5,000. That was the much older one and smaller.
That was commissions and transportation, not just commission charges, correct?
Yes, commission and transportation.
So the transportation from here up there came out of the
Out of
gross-
the- out of the sale.
gross proceeds.
Yes.
So it wasn't all commissions.
No,
No,
it's a big
no.
collection problem.
Yeah, and then, and still with the Texas Water Development Board conservation reports that we're doing, we've completed the annual report. So what we have left till the end of April is just to turn in our water utility profile report and the water conservation plan, and then we'll be up to date. We have till May 1st to turn those in, so we'll be good with those. And as far as spring break went, I mean, it came and went for the week, and our levels over at the wastewater plants, our wastewater plants, you know, they're in need of help with the construction that we're doing, but they held up during spring break. Over at Isla Blanca, that's altogether it's a 2.1 million, and the flow that we got for that was only at 1.1. That was our highest for the week, 1.1 million. So we still had, you know, space for more people, but I guess it wasn't that. I guess maybe spring break wasn't that busy this year.
Being in the sand dunes.
Yeah, probably so.
Pool, maybe a swimming pool. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. And that's all I have for the month.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 7, consider and discuss the AT&T lease.
Okay, again, on this one, I know that they send us some more information, again, an update and an increase on their part, you know, to make sure that we understand that they're going up on the price again. What I wanted to do is, if you guys are comfortable with that amount, just let me know so I can start working on the wording and everything, the agreement. And we can also discuss it at the next board meeting, if you all agree to that amount. And then, or if the 26th, bring it up again for you guys to approve, or the 29th, we have a workshop too. We can discuss more in detail the wordings.
Yes, D. Wells.
As I recall, in the last meeting, we got our current lease agreement with AT&T. And then you're saying they came up some in what they're proposing, but I'm having to go to recall what it was before. So I'm seeing that this isn't, what they're proposing isn't catching up with what we are currently in the current escalation rates. As I recall, at one of the meetings, maybe the last one, we asked that, you know, you check around to see what other companies or other entities are getting for these tower leases for us to take and consider, as opposed to what just this vendor is telling us what the rates are. We were wanting to know, okay, what do other districts, what are other municipalities, what do they get for these tower rates?
That's what number 5 is.
That's a different company.
Yeah, Would have to probably, get back and, call possibly like Los Fresnos, city of Los Fresnos, city of, San Benito, Brownsville.
Yes, Mr. Tom.
Well, I'm looking at, what, 1,700 a month, I don't know what we've been getting, but one, I've really got a problem with this renewable terms of up to 25 years.
Oh, yeah, no, no, no.
Me too.
There's no agreement on that yet. It's what you guys want.
I know there's
Yeah,
not, but
once we come to, say, okay, it's a good deal that we're getting, you guys, 5 years would be the minimum.
You know, 25 years down the road, that tower might not be there.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, who knows?
And, we can always,
I think we have to pay them back.
no, no, no. The
What's
agreements that,
communications gonna go to?
yeah, well, it's something that we can arrange with our attorney to put in there, like maybe every 3 years, renew it if we have to. It depends on what y'all want. It's not
Well,
anything in paper that it's agreed upon yet.
I don't have a problem with going 5 years from even on May 1st, 2021, but to go to this 2051, I will never
Oh,
vote
no,
for
no.
that, ever.
No, no, no.
And again, on these agreements that we have, we can always terminate. It has some clause in there that we can terminate. We just give them a 30-day, notice and, some time. But we can always terminate at our, at our level when we want to.
For what
If
cause?
we need it to.
Cause to terminate.
Well, if we needed to, let's say that the board says, okay, we don't want them anymore up there, hey, we'll send them a notice.
That was in our conversation last, was make sure whatever agreement we get into, it has a very strong termination clause in there. If the district terminates, they can't. But I'm going back again, a recall, and I think they were getting 3%, for, increase, 3 or 5%.
Oh, like 15.
Well, for the 5 years, so it's
Yeah,
3% per year.
4 years, right, correct.
And so I don't see us backing up from where we are right now.
Okay.
And this agreement expires in 2021.
Is
And
that
then,
39?
I'm going to recall, I wrote down like 2,400 a year for the next 5 years. And then it goes up another 15% for those 5 years, or 3% per year.
Okay.
I can't buy into their poor me that we can't pay more.
You're suggesting we go from 1.5% on that second item to 3%?
That's what we're currently doing on our current agreement, with 3% per year, 15% for the 5 years.
Gotcha.
And so, and again, backing up, I think we're knocking on the door, from what we're going to expire in the current agreement at $2,200 or $2,300.
Right.
And so I'm looking at, $2,500, 25,000, excuse me,
And again,
25,000.
That does help in, getting the boots and other equipment like uniforms and all that.
As I pointed out here, we've got maintenance on the tower, and, they want full access to it. And, so this helps with that, but it doesn't take, they've got a really good facility to hang their equipment on for a very low cost. They couldn't take and put up their own tower and maintain it what they're proposing to pay us per year.
Or anywhere else they're going. I mean, there's nothing else in town. Unless they hit one of the buildings.
You know anybody down at, Sunset?
Yes, Paul Linares is the general manager.
Ask him what they're getting, because I think they've got a tower on Sunset.
Certainly.
See, where we're sitting, we're not just like if you got a tower in Los Fresnos or Rio Hondo, when you start looking at the number of customers that they have to service. We've got a big area because of the tourism,
That's right.
so they ought to cough up a lot more.
You're saying that at Sunset condominiums, they house the AT&T or
I don't
cellular
know.
or something
I
like
know
that?
they've got some
transmission
towers up
lines?
there, but I don't know
Landfall
where they
Towers
are,
got
Scott.
towers
I
on
don't
it
know
too.
which ones
Yeah,
they
Those
are.
are the two that have the towers out
The
there.
only one I was aware of was the big stripes in front of the bridge point, was the only one that I ever thought had the,
No,
Well, maybe
Sunset,
they,
Landfall.
maybe they got
Sunset
them.
and Landfall have
They
towers.
they might not have them, but back when Carl was running the place,
No, they do.
Yeah, they do.
way back then.
I think,
he cut
Bridgepoint
deals
as well
with,
has-
I don't know if it was AT&T or Sprint or whoever,
Bridgepoint.
pick one, right?
wow.
So can staff check with them, or can some of the board members, if, maybe if you want to consult with a board member that has a personal direction, personal communication with either let's find out.
What I do is just email them back and say, okay, the board is not agreeing to this yet. We're expecting something better, and I can give the numbers back to them, and let them know. And we still have like a 5-year timeframe to deal with them.
I make a motion to deny this item.
Oh, there's no action on this one, it's just a discussion.
Non-action item.
Right. That's, I was just, bring it up, see if you
Number
guys
7.
want me to continue the discussions with them, negotiations, and then I'll keep doing it.
Consideration, discussion, okay.
Yes.
And I know exactly what y'all need, what you want, okay?
Yeah,
Good deal.
what we want is, let's find out our own comps. Locally if possible, check with others in other areas in
Correct.
San Benito or Harlingen and Brownsville, McAllen. And then, let's not back up on these negotiations as far as the amount. I don't see any reason to back off the 15% for 5 years or 3% per year. And let's pick up where we are, where we're gonna be at the end of 2021. When this current one expires, there's no sense backing up.
And there has to be a formula that they use to determine, like, how many people, because annually, or how many people are in the area, there's a formula, and there has to be a formula. That's what we wanna know, what that formula is, that you can also break numbers down of how many people or how much usage there is,
And again, like
of how they base why this
Yeah.
location is worth X number of dollars versus a location at, spot Z.
Yeah, I can get all that, I'll request it from them and then keep negotiating and see what they say. And then every time they give me something, I'm gonna have to bring it back to you guys so you can see.
Yes.
And not that we're gonna agree to it, if y'all decide to, okay, keep going, negotiate some more, I'll do the same.
Yes.
So call it back and.
I think we feel the same way on item 8, is that also correct, the same?
The price on item 8's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What's that?
They only wanna pay us 12 grand a year.
Yes.
Right, but that one, if I may say, that's like the start of a new agreement. In the beginning, it's always like on the low side, but if you're still not comfortable with that, I'll send them back a notice.
Verizon's bigger than AT&T now. They're the biggest network.
Supposedly, right?
They are. They're
So,
the biggest.
I'll go ahead and, on those 2 items, go ahead and send emails back and negotiate some more.
Okay.
Good deal. All right.
Moving on to item number 9, consider and approve the disbursements. Does anyone have any questions or comments about anyone in particular? We can discuss individually or otherwise. Okay.
The finance officer isn't here and the engineer isn't here, but does anybody know we did some work at our Montefiore plant, $16,000 worth. Who is PSI?
Those are the ones that did the monitoring wells.
4, it says PSI.
Yeah.
Which page are you on?
Page 4.
4, and it's down, not to the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
PSI is,
The-
PSI is a company that did the drilling holes,
The monitoring wells.
monitoring wells, yes.
Okay, and what have they done out there so far?
They installed 4. They installed 4 monitoring wells
Oh,
out there.
these are for the monitoring wells?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
They got like 4 concrete slab, on each corner of the monofil, they have like a
Sniffer wells.
concrete slab and pipes coming up,
Sniffer wells.
Yeah.
monitor the gases coming out.
Any other questions on the disbursements?
Same page, last item, Aqua Works, 24-inch compression rings and covers, $31.97.
Yes, sir.
Were those shopped out?
Yes, sir. Yes. We have the 4 companies that we use. And just so you can be aware, our warehouseman did call out to San Antonio, Houston area, but one of the companies in San Antonio was offering him a job. They didn't want to deliver all the way down here. But he's still trying. We're still trying to get some prices from up there. But I just wanted for y'all to know, I don't know if everybody's aware or not, but a lot of these prices, I mean, I answer for them, but I don't order these. It comes from the warehouse, man. He's the one getting the prices. He sends us the 4 quotes that he gets, and then we approve it through our Encode system. 'Cause I know that it looks like, because I'm the one answering you, that everybody thinks that I'm the one ordering. I'm not in charge of the ordering, right? I oversee it, but.
On that, I think I feel comfortable making this comment during this discussion on these expenditures. I believe this is something that this board should consider with concert with the general manager, that we give consideration to a purchasing agent. We're shopping this thing all over the district, and then we're getting the same responses. I asked you those questions that puts you on the spot. You can't per se answer directly to those. So maybe it's time for the board to consider a purchasing agent,
Okay, purchasing agent, okay.
if that's the right description of that position.
And I think we have,
Consideration for another topic. I'll be happy to put it on a future agenda
Yeah.
for
And
discussion.
I think we already, in-house, we've already started a process where, since finance is fully staffed, I believe what is Orlando?
Accounts
Ruiz.
payable, or, staff accountant, or just,
What is it?
account, clerk?
Accounting clerk, our accounting clerk is more likely, gonna take over the bidding process and
My
everything.
comment would be response to you saying other folks are in the district are doing these purchases. My comment is to say that I'd like to have it on the agenda in the future, near future, to go ahead and discussion. Your input with what you just said would be very helpful at that time, and that's where that discussion needs to go right now. I had two. I'll skip through here.
I've got one on page 6. Why are we fixing trucks all the time? We keep buying new trucks and we keep fixing trucks.
Still have old ones.
Yeah.
But I mean,
We still have.
one repaired.
33 and 21, those are the Vector trucks. And then Unit 7 is one of our older units that we have in the electric. And then 32 is from the water plant. But 32 is probably a major, not a, just a minor oil change or something that they had to get, not that much.
And normally, the higher expense that I've seen is, the vacuum trucks, the big Vector trucks.
Yeah.
They kind of, I think that's 33 and 21.
Yeah, you can
33 and
buy one
21.
tied up in
Those
that.
are the higher maintenance.
Yeah. And we're gonna have a couple more of those big ones on those, because we had the hydraulic pump shaft go out on one of those units. So we're gonna,
That's gonna be nice.
We
Same.
have,
Same page, middle of the page, to Tyler Technologies Bank Recon Assistance. What was that for? Those two expenditures, they're not much, but I'd like to know what they were for.
Assistance.
I know Tyler Technologies is
They
our
help us to
in-code
make
system
the
where
recons.
Well,
Reconciliations?
I'm reading it to be bank reconciliation
Reconciliations,
assistance.
yes. I was just told that's just some software they got to help out with what they're.
Is that software, or is that actual somebody helping us do somebody do their job?
So they called Tyler and then somebody helped them to figure, I guess, a problem that they were having.
We had somebody in here doing that training. We
This
have
is
two new
training?
employees there. We do have a new staff accountant, but
So this
I
is
don't think
training.
it was, the,
Is that training or no?
My question is, we're
No.
not paying somebody in to give assistance to somebody that should be doing the job.
no, it's
That-
new
this-
employees,
this
new
is what-
employees that get trained how to.
It's- It's a new, yes, sir. It's a new position that is training for the new position. Okay, I understand now. Page 7, card member service, 1873, that's,
It's credit card.
okay.
Credit card.
Same question there. We have proper procedures where the cross checks to where somebody is approving this beyond the person that's using the card.
Yes.
Page 8, tax air distribution, bought a MIG welder and a plasma cutter.
Yes.
That was priced
That-
around.
That is priced around. That was for the construction crew that we had, the construction maintenance department, the
Okay,
new
I'm
department.
not questioning the need for it, I'm just questioning that that's the best price
Yes,
available.
yes, he had 4 quotes on that one.
Then the item right below that, walk-through gate, $475. Is that a new walk-through gate or repair or?
It was a, it was a new one. Yeah, there was a, right back here in the truck barn that we had. We have it's a 6-foot section that we weren't able to get back there to cut the
The
grass back
walk-through
there.
gate?
So they put up a gate there.
You got ripped. That's expensive. That's all my question.
What kind of gate is going up?
It's just a chain link fence gate, right?
Yes.
Put a gate in there?
An 8-foot chain link, an 8-foot chain link gate,
6 foot, I guess it is.
6 foot.
48 wide.
Yeah. $475.
The reason we wrote a check to G&T paving for 78 grand and then had to write them another one, give 'em- where we had to void one and then reissue another check. What's that all about? You guys know about that?
¿Qué era ese?
G&T?
Well, GNT is one of the contractors.
We
And
know that.
we had to do that because we have a different account in the same PO. So we got checked from different,
In other words, you took it out of the wrong account to start with.
Excuse me?
You took it out of the wrong account to start with and you had to cancel that one and take it out of
No,
the
sir.
account.
No, sir, we have 4 different accounts, bank accounts, that we pay from those accounts, the expenses for each expense account.
Okay, so what you did, you took it out of one account, just moved it to the other account.
So we have money in different, in those different 3 accounts.
Well, I guess
What
I'm
page is
going
that one?
back, why did we void a check
¿Por qué está voided?
to GMP paving and then reissue another one? That's my question.
Yeah. Let me
¿Por qué
screw
lo
it up.
void y luego le hicimos otro acá? Reissue, reissue.
It's because we got the check from wrong account.
Okay.
Oh, it was from the wrong
It was
account?
From the wrong account.
Wrong account, they redid it again.
I got another one, Victor, I noticed I didn't write down where it was, but lift station 19, we've redone that thing and redone it, and I saw some repairs done, it wasn't a whole lot. But
Yeah, let me see which one.
how many more things do we gotta fix on that before it's newer than new?
Let me see what it was, I don't. I was electric, it was a phase monitor. On that one, what happened is, one of the pumps was shorting out, so they had to put in a phase monitor just so that, when they had a glitch on it, it wouldn't trip that pump out.
But that's all brand new switchgear and everything in there, we just spent a funnel of money down there.
Yep.
Why?
They,
Is it out of
apparently that wasn't on the, that wasn't,
Wasn't in
when
the
it
bid.
wasn't installed,
Isn't that
It didn't.
sweet?
yeah.
What it cost, I don't remember, but,
For the whole, that whole bid,
oh, no, not the whole bid.
no.
$500,000.
This was $374,
Okay.
$374.40.
Is there a motion to approve all the disbursements?
So moved.
Motion made by D. Wells, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by R. Wells, are all those in favor?
Aye.
They are, motion carries, none opposed. Thank you. Moving on to item 10, executive session permitted by the Open Meetings Act, VTCA Government Code, Section 551001, et sequence, under Section 551074, authorizing certain deliberations about officers and employees of the district to be held in executive session.
Motion through the chair.
Yes.
Seeing we have no legal advice here, and Mr. Kiplinger is here,
Yes.
I move that we postpone this to the next meeting. That's a form of a motion.
Okay, motion's been made by Mr. Thomas. Is there a second? None? Okay, moving on to executive session. Item A, deliberation regarding the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment duties, discipline, or dismissal of Carlos
Guys gotta
Escobar.
go.
Texas Open Meetings Act 551074. Item B, deliberations regarding the appointment, evaluation, reassignment duties, discipline, dismissal, Charles Ortiz, pursuant to Texas Open Meetings Act 551074, 074. Item C, deliberations regarding the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duty, discipline, or dismissal of Victor Valdez pursuant to Texas Open Meetings Act 551074. Have a motion to go into executive session at 6:03 PM, please.
So moved.
Is there a motion? Motion made by D. Wells,
Second.
second by R. Wells. Are all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. For the record, Mr. Thomas is opposed. We are in executive session at 6:03 PM. Would like to take a recess or move on into executive session?
2 minutes.
2-minute recess. Motion to come out of executive session at 6:29 PM.
You are privy to that.
Is there a motion to come out of executive session at 6:29 PM?
So moved.
Motion made by R. Wells,
Second.
seconded by D. Wells. Are all those in favor?
Aye.
They are. Are there any opposed? For the record, Mr. Thomas is against. At this time, the
I'm
board.
against
No,
what?
he wasn't against it.
No, he actually made the motion, you just
to
didn't
come
hear
out of
him.
executive session
But
to
that-
begin with,
Okay, then I'm miss.
and Rick seconded it.
Yes,
And you
okay.
kept.
We have to do that.
Yakety-yak
It's
until you
by
forgot what went
procedure,
down.
yes.
We have to do it in open session to come out of executive session.
Yes. At this time, the board advises General Manager Carlos Galvan to proceed as directed.
That's under agenda item
Under
such.
agenda items, I don't have to address that, just coming out of executive session.
Under, you're gonna take up agenda item 11,
Consideration and action on the executive
and then you just.
session if necessary. Item number 11 is for Carlos Galvan, General Manager, to proceed as directed. A meeting adjourned at 6:30.